involved.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to act like Atlantic. You're going to act like historians. You're going to act like scientists, researchers, and engineers. And I'm going to ask you a question. Which is the most pervasive and most powerful invention after the wheel was discovered?
Electricity.
Okay, let's make it easy. Top 5. So that you have variety to do it.
Transistor.
Electricity.
Internet.
Okay.
Mobile.
Okay.
Electricity.
Calculator,
Steam engine.
Wow. You guys all seem to have all the answers already. So obviously, the best one that after the wheel happened was the printing press. Electricity for that. Semiconductor came into it soon after that. Eyeglasses. And these were very pervasive, but I'm really excited about semiconductor. We take semiconductors so much for granted that we all forget about it. And therefore I thought, why don't we really start from the genesis of everything that we're experiencing currently and look at it and say, hey, what does semiconductor really mean? I don't know how many of you realize that semiconductor contributes the entire economy of India to the global GDP. That's the impact. If you look at it directly, this whole hyperconnectivity that has got connected, where you're talking about 1.5 billion people, active users on Facebook, you're talking about 7 billion devices, mobile devices being available, which is literally the population of the world. Or you're going to talk about 50 billion devices that will get connected over the internet. All these will cease if there was no semiconductor. Would you agree with me?
Yes.
And yet, we continuously talk about nice things around us, and it's important, like Mr. Shetty says, talk about optimistic things. Therefore, we talk about IoT, we talk about big data, we talk about cloud, we talk about autonomous vehicles, and these are opportunities around us. I thought that if semiconductor is that important to us, and every single friend of mine who's sitting in this room, some known from yesteryears, some yet to be known, have been asking one question. With the transformation that's happening in IT, what will I do? I was used to building systems. I was used to selling software. I was used to solving solutions. How will I cope up to all this? Cloud is there. Services are coming over the cloud. Everybody will open out a meter, they'll get charged. What role do I play? And while thinking around this problem, I said, there's another buzzword which is touching everyone called artificial intelligence. If semiconductor is the foundation, AI has been there for many, many years together, pretty much from the time computer science has been there. It has many shines and many drops. And today, it's pretty much touching everything. In 1997, you all heard about a computer beating the world's most renowned chess player, Garry Kasparov. Garry Kasparov was beaten by the computer, and everybody said, hey, computers are getting really smart, but a set of physicists got together and said, well, for chess, it was easy because there are certain permutation combinations. If you can program them, then one can beat Garry Kasparov. But if there was another board game called Go board game, very popular in China, Korea, Japan, all the Oriental countries, if somebody had to make a program for that, it will take 100 years. That means somewhere around 2097 or so, you'll make a program that can beat somebody in a Go game. that got proved wrong. In year 2015, DeepMind, a company that was then purchased by Google, beat the equivalent of Gary Kasparov, a person called Lee Sedol, 4:1. But this time, the computer was not programmed. It was taught, it learned, and it worked with humans. That's why this prediction of 100 years got reduced to 18 years. And that was the coming of deep learning, where the machines can learn with humans, just like how children learn, and then deploy that learning to the creativity, to the art, to the problem that we are trying to solve. Today, pretty much that everything that you do touches you. I do realize that all of you have taken a great effort to come into the Bangalore traffic. Some of you are just coming in. Thereafter, you tried finding parking. Luckily, the hotel is around. But those who tried parking their cars are very quickly going to go to their digital assistants. If you're a big follower of the Android platform, you're going to say, hi, okay, where's my car parked? If you're an Android platform user, you're going to say, hey Siri, where's my car parked? And you'll get an answer. Some of you who are like me, who love to carry briefcases and always have to hear from your children, oh dad, this is not a really good briefcase. You might want to take a picture of a good briefcase that you see and show it to them. And if they approve it, then do a visual search and find out what kind of bags are available closer to you. And if there's one available online, go and order that. Very possible it's happening right now. So AI is everywhere. AI is also touching our lives. When a child is born, we typically put probes in the incubator. Poor child, 6 hours into the world and you already have connected him on the sensors. Can we put cameras and still get vital statistics so that both the child is taken care of, and if there is a challenge, that gets sorted out? More importantly, the parents are happy that yes, all vital statistics are really working. If you are a specially challenged person and you are unable to see, can you get the environmental feel the way what you and I, who are the lucky ones, have the eyes, is touching us? If we go beyond that and look at the industry, all of us talk about organic food. Why are chemicals used? Because of one single reason, called weeds. If you can have information, if you can have a prediction that weeds are going to be growing because of certain parameters, can we take care of those weeds? Which would mean no chemical usage and you can still have food. That's what deep learning applications are helping us to do all across. So not only are they everywhere, they're touching our lives, and more importantly, making the industry larger. Look at mammals. Whale and dolphin are the most difficult things to be photographed and understood their impact in the water. But if they can be an image pattern that you can take and figure out what's the impact that's happening in a sea area, you can make an entire difference to the world. Why am I telling you all this? You already know all this stuff, right? The reason I'm telling you all this is that the world changes pretty rapidly. 4 points. The world's largest fleet company, Uber, owns no taxis. The world's most valuable retailer, Alibaba, has no inventory. The world's largest real estate accommodation company, Airbnb, owns no hotels, no real estate. The models change. The models are changing for you. Can you take advantage of the opportunity, or you want to be part of the history? Is our choice. That's why I spoke about semiconductor, the foundation of this great change that's happening around us and the opportunity it's bringing. I spoke to you about artificial intelligence in its fourth avatar making a huge difference, and I'm talking to you more importantly about how deep learning is making all the difference to the impact of life. Are you the one who's going to take advantage of that? As the world creates more and more neural networks, are you going to be creating systems that can support multiple layers of neural networks? If you are the one who can create models that can train computers, are you the one who's going to then sell inference systems, the small systems that can make sense out of it so that there can be solutions that touch us? Are you the one who's going to be providing services on top of that? If you look at the opportunity from that angle, you'll appreciate that what I have spoken hopefully has given you some seeds to think about and to transform the way you're working. The opportunity in the mobile cloud era is much, much bigger than the PC era that you have got used to and where you blossomed. And if you could do 1x there, there's an opportunity to do 10x for you. And that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you. Think semiconductor, think about artificial intelligence, apply deep learning in your school of thought, and you shall be very, very prosperous. Thank you very much.